The Israeli strikes on the main airport in Yemen destroyed the last plane belonging to the country's flagship carrier, Yemenia, according to the airport. According to Associated Press, Yemenia had a total of 4 aircraft registered, according to the plane tracking website Flight Radar 24. Israel destroyed 3 of the planes in a May 6 airstrike on the airport that also riddled the runway with craters. Yemenia said the plane was scheduled to fly Muslim pilgrims to Saudi Arabia. It did not say if anyone was wounded. The carrier also announced the temporary suspension of flights to and from the airport. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said the strikes on Wednesday destroyed the last plane used by the Houthis. The Houthi missiles have mostly been intercepted, although some have penetrated Israel's missile defense systems, causing casualties and damage. Israel has frequently struck back against the rebels in Yemen, especially around the vital Hodeida port. Netanyahu said Israel would continue to strike as long as the Houthis continued launching missiles toward Israel. The war in Gaza began when Hamas-led militants stormed into southern Israel on October 7, 2023, killing some 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and abducting 251. Hamas still holds 58 hostages, around a third of them believed to be alive. Most of the rest were released in ceasefire deals or other agreements. Israel's retaliatory campaign has killed over 54,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza's health ministry. The ministry says women and children make up most of the dead, but it does not distinguish between civilians and combatants in its tally.
الطائرة اليمنية الله يلعنهم الخنازير عليهم لعنة الله اللي بتشل الحجة هذا قدير ضربوها الرابعة والخامسة في المطار عليهم لعنة الله هذا طائرة الحجاج يضربوها من هوكت لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.
Harvard students held a rally on Tuesday, protesting against President Donald Trump's attacks on the prestigious institution. We've seen in his vicious racist attacks on speech and diversity, and his alliance with far-right billionaires who amplify fascist rhetoric, Harvard student Clive Lawrence told the crowd. According to Associated Press Ray Trainor, another Harvard student said, he wants to control what our students say, think and believe. The efforts by Trump's administration to prevent Harvard University from enrolling international students have struck at the core of the Ivy League school's identity and unsettled current and prospective students around the world. The government last week told Harvard's thousands of current foreign students that they must transfer to other schools or they will lose their legal permission to be in the U.S. That decision is currently on hold, a federal judge ruled Friday, pending a lawsuit. Harvard enrolls about 7,000 international students, most of them in graduate programs. Those students may now have to scramble to figure out their next steps. The Department of Homeland Security took this latest step because Harvard failed to comply fully with requests to produce records about its foreign students, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said in a letter. Noem accused Harvard of perpetuating an unsafe campus environment that is hostile to Jewish students, promotes pro-Hamas sympathies and employs racist, diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Harvard said the action is unlawful and undermines the school's research mission. Jacob Miller, a Harvard student and the president of the Center for Jewish Life Harvard Hillel, said at the rally, "I'm here today to tell you that the Jewish community rejects this administration's narrative." The Trump administration is asking federal agencies to cancel remaining contracts with Harvard University, a senior administration official said Tuesday.
Every student's welcome here. Every student's welcome here. In education we believe. Thank you. And now, let's please work with the link in the bio. Thank you. And now, stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. And now, finally.
If there is anything to learn from this Jewish history, it's that when we push people out of our schools because of their identity, it's a symptom of a morally bankrupt politics. That is why the administration's excuse for these policies, that they somehow address anti-Semitism, are so absurd. Let's be clear. This has nothing to do with combating anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism is a real problem. It's a problem at Harvard. It's a problem in our country. But these policies will do nothing to combat this age-old hatred. Instead, they are designed to divide us apart. And so I'm here today to tell you that the Jewish community rejects this administration's narrative.
Freedom of speech and due process, these are the foundations of the American system. These are the foundations of a free society. But Donald Trump is attacking these freedoms because they get in the way of his authoritarian takeover. This is what authoritarians do.
Trump has begun a dangerous march to roll back civil rights in this country. We've seen his vicious, racist attacks on speech and diversity, and his alliance with far-right billionaires who amplify fascist rhetoric.
The attack on Harvard and its international students is part of a deeper effort to defund and dismantle the academic world. It's an attempt to reroute our brightest researchers into private corporations, stripping academic institutions of their power. Trump is using our international students as a bargaining chip. He's threatening to revoke our school's hosting status unless we turn over a massive amount of disciplinary information and surveillance. This is information we are not legally required to give, and once he has it, he will use it for his own nefarious ends. He will use it to attack student protesters, like all of you standing here today. Shame! Trump is also proposing, just now, to review the social media feeds of student visa applicants, presumably so that he can screen out those who disagree with him. Shame! When Trump demands viewpoint diversity at our university, it's clear what he really means. He wants to control what our students say, think, and believe. Shame.
What the international students are caught in right now is just a limbo. It is going back and forth, it's going to go back and forth in the courts. We're probably going to have to wait up until it reaches the Supreme Court, until we know something for sure. And in the meantime, just the uncertainty itself deters people from coming to this country to do research and to study. And it's really going to threaten the U.S. position at the forefront of innovation and of research. Because a place like Harvard, what makes Harvard Harvard is not its legacy or its endowment or anything like that. It's its ability to bring back the best and the brightest from all around the world, put us in the same dining halls, put us in the same classrooms, and that is what is under threat right now.